Michigan Prepared here. Surprisingly, we're going to go off topic a little bit. All I've really talked about is the Russia-Ukraine war or whatever. But got something a little different to talk about today, so we'll cover it. You guys let me know what you guys think. But the first thing, the main thing I want to talk about, guys, is there's an Arctic blast. I don't know when it's supposed to be coming through. I just heard about it yesterday. Right now it's out west. It's kind of approaching Minnesota, and it's dipping down kind of low. And it's supposed to be heading east. So for you Michigan people, and well, everybody actually, regardless where you live, if you're, look at the weather map and see if you're in this Arctic blast zone, because reports are coming in that this Arctic blast, because the jet stream is so just, something is really off about this jet stream. And I'll get to my theories here shortly, but because I got a couple other things to cover. Either way, this jet stream is bringing an Arctic blast through, guys, and if you go to the website, I think it's uspoweroutage.gov or something like that. It'll show you all the states that has power outages. And sorry, somebody wrecked out in the median big time, and I was checking it out. Anyway, it'll show you all the U.S. power outages, the states, and how many per state, etc. And I've been tracking this, and what's weird about it is where this Arctic blast is coming through, it seems to be taking its toll on the power grid. Now, you got to remember, Biden has shut down hundreds of power plants, coal-fired power plants, and there's hundreds more waiting to be shut down. So the power stations that exist, they're having to work harder. So you throw a monkey wrench into there, such as like an Arctic blast, and all of a sudden they go offline, they shut down, whatever. So a lot of people have been having power outages because of this storm we're supposed to get just before Christmas. And it's not looking good, guys. So I guess my point is make sure you have some heavy duty blankets, maybe some plastic or some tarps. That way you guys can seal yourself into one room with like a kerosene heater or something, oil lamps, regular camping lanterns. If you do that though, please make sure you have a carbon monoxide detector in there just in case. A lot of those things are indoor friendly, but you never want to take that chance, guys. You don't want to wake up dead. Anyway, so yeah, make sure you have some blankets or tarps or some heavy duty plastic to seal off a room, to heat just that one particular room. Should you lose power, do whatever you can to keep yourselves warm, guys. Wood stoves, kerosene heaters, oil lamps. Maybe you're lucky enough to have a gas stove, and you can leave that, you can leave the oven portion of the stove on with, I don't know, maybe like a wood stove fan in front of it to circulate the heat. Something that doesn't require power. Maybe you guys got a battery powered fan. I don't know. There's a lot of tips and tricks you guys can do to stay warm should you lose power. But from what I'm hearing, this Arctic blast that's rolling through, it's causing a lot of issues. A lot of people are without power. A lot of people are freezing. There's been a few deaths now because the power outage, people just not having the know-how to keep warm. Another good tip too, guys, is go fill your vehicle with gas, okay? And should your house get too cold, well, just go sit in your car. As long as your car is in a well-ventilated area. If your car's in a garage, crack your garage door open about halfway, maybe more, to let the carbon monoxide out. But don't sit in your garage with your car running and the garage door open. Don't do that. You'll pay with your life. But your car, guys, if it's just sitting there idling, a tank of fuel will last quite a while. So if you're getting to that point, you just can't take the cold anymore during a power outage, go sit in your car. Let that warm up. Use the heater from your car. Try to warm yourself up. If you have portable stoves or whatever, try to drink some hot liquids. Tea, coffee, hot cocoa, whatever. But, yeah, guys, just get prepared. Also, another good tip is know where your water shutoff valve is for your home. Should you lose power, should your home freeze, you're at a really high risk of a pipe bursting and then your house flooding out. Make sure you know where your water shutoff valve is so your house doesn't flood. You can always fix that later. Yeah, it's going to be an inconvenience, but at least you won't flood. You know what I mean? You won't be trying to stay warm while you're swimming in water. Let's see, what else? I can't think of anything else on that front right at the moment, guys. But just pay attention to this Arctic blast that's moving through. If you like, I got my local weather station has a weather map on it, and they also have an app which I have on my phone, and I'll share that with you. And I'll show you this Arctic blast that's coming through. It's in purple. You guys will see it. If you can look where Michigan's at, look off to the west or left. For those of you that are maybe, how do you put it? I don't know. Anyway, it's off to the left. But you'll see it in the purple. That's that Arctic blast that's coming through. It's moving down. It's sweeping east. And like I said, it's causing a lot of issues, guys. A lot of people are without power right now. I think last time I checked, there's 16,000 people. Even though the full brunt of the Arctic blast hasn't reached us yet, there's like 16,000 people here in Michigan that are without power. I don't know if it's caused from the Arctic blast, but either way, reports have been coming in that it is causing some problems around the globe. Another thing I wanted to talk about, guys, is these earthquakes going on. There's been a lot of strange earthquakes going on. One just hit a 5.4 Richter scale down in, I believe it was Midland, Texas. And I guess they've had a couple back-to-back. I guess there was one that was over in California. I don't know the Richter scale on that one. But just their frequency, it's kind of, I don't know, guys, it's strange. And the weather patterns, all right? This is what I was getting at originally. The weather patterns are strange. These earthquakes are a bit strange. And And I was talking over the summer when I first started making videos, guys, that the government, all right, if they want to make it rain, and it started over in Dubai, I do believe. I think Dubai are the people who came up with this. But, like, if you're having a dry spell, there's one way to get over the dry spell, and it's called cloud seeding. Basically, they fly a plane above the clouds, they release some particles into the clouds. And I don't know the science behind it, guys, but either way, it causes it to rain. Which is kind of leading me into what I wanted to talk about. And hopefully I don't get a hit. I'm no science expert. This is just an assumption of mine, a theory, YouTube, so don't hit me, please. I'm just trying to help people out. So I think it started with the cloud seeding, guys, but there was leaked information years ago stating that, you know, the U.S. and other countries had certain weapons, and correct me if I'm wrong, you guys let me know if I'm freaking loony or what, but the U.S. and different countries had certain weapons that could literally control the weather. Now, a lot of people I know, they're going to say, oh, no, that's complete BS. But look into it. Before you call BS, look into it. And I'll try to post something up on here when I'm editing this video. There's a lot of truth behind it. The cloud seeding, I'll post right here. And I'll try to find a couple articles, and if I do, I'll post them here on the governments throughout the world being able to potentially control the weather. Now, the reason why I bring that up is because almost immediately, guys, immediately after these two earthquakes so far down in Texas, the government is already coming out with excuses. They're trying to say that it's wastewater being dumped in something or other, you know, causing these earthquakes, and I'm like, I don't know. You know, I'm no expert. I'm no geologist or whatever. I'm not really 100% certain on that. I mean, it could be true. It could be this massive amounts of wastewater being dumped in certain areas causing the earthquakes, but who's to say? But what's really funny, what's really got me scratching my head on that is, first of all, a lot of people are going to buy it, all right? A lot of people are going to be like, oh, okay, well, the government says, you know, the earthquake's caused by this, it may as well be caused by this. But I think outside the box a little bit, guys, and sorry about that, my throat was really dry. Anyway, so I think outside the box a little bit. You have an earthquake happen right now, and literally 2 minutes later, the government's coming out and saying, well, it's got to be this. This is what's causing the earthquakes. You didn't even look into it. You didn't study it. You didn't look at no geological maps. You didn't look at any geological data. You just, right now, this is what's causing the earthquakes. No. If I had to guess, that sounds like a cover-up. Does it not? I don't know if it's some sort of weird weapon that's being tested. You know, some top secret weapon. If it's just natural activity. if the government's maybe playing with something that could potentially cause earthquakes. You know, they got bunkers that are 400 feet underground. It's not impossible to drill a small hole and put a weapon down there, you know what I'm saying? That may or may not cause an earthquake. I don't know, guys. It just seems real fishy to me. There's a lot of weird stuff going on, all right? There's a lot of things that have happened over this year that make me feel like, you know, a lot of this is planned. The rivers and creek beds drying up, the droughts, the lack of food, the food warehouse is burning down, you know, food production warehouse is burning down, the bird flu. I don't know. There is a lot of strange stuff going on. And I have a hard time believing that it's just coincidental. I really don't believe that. It's just, the world has been fine for years and years and years and years. All of a sudden, over the last few years, I'm just going to go with since, you know, 2008 or so, stuff has just been getting weird. Or not 2008, 2000, yeah, maybe it was 2008. Anyway, stuff has been getting really weird since then, guys, and I don't know. Maybe it was 2012. Stuff started getting weird. I think you guys know what I'm getting at. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, with the weather rolling in, with these weird anomaly earthquakes going on, with the potential for the extremely high potential at this point. And I'll probably make a video on that tomorrow, guys. But the extremely high potential for nuclear war. You've heard it before, guys. Get stocked up, all right? Protect yourselves. It's winter here in the north. So, if you live in the north, just be ready. The potential to lose power is pretty high, and I don't want to see any of y'all freeze. So just make sure you have another means, whether it be a tiny backpack and wood stove you can throw in your house and pipe out a window in a hurry, or whatever. Make sure you have some sort of means of heat. Again, make sure you know where your main water shut-off valve is, just in case a pipe burst. Have some extra thick blankets on hand. Another thing, guys, is if you close off an area of your house, if you lose power for any significant amount of time, if you guys are campers or whatever, and you guys have a tent that'll fit in your front room, put that tent in your front room and sleep in that tent at night. It's gonna seem ridiculous, but that tent, you know, if it's you and your wife or you and your kids, or hell, all of you, the wife, the kids, the dogs, whatever, all that body heat in that little tent is going to keep you guys a hell of a lot warmer. So that's another little trick you guys can use to stay warm, if it comes right down to it. But we're reaching 20 minutes, guys. A little different topic today. The weather is just crazy. Again, there's been a few deaths. It's causing power outages. Be ready, guys. Just be ready for anything at this point. A lot of strange stuff going on in this country. A lot of strange stuff. Not to mention, just before I let you guys go, another reason why you need to be ready for power outages, guys, is because ever since the North Carolina thing happened, and I told you guys it was going to happen, a lot of copycats have been breaking into substations, power substations, and shooting at power substations. Been a lot of attacks since the North Carolina 40,000 people without power issue. I knew it was going to happen. It's a catchy thing. You know, that's just the day and age we live in, you guys. You know, people see something and they're like, oh, hey, look. Let's go do our part to wreak havoc on the country. And they think it's cute. They think it's fun. They think it's a good idea. Meanwhile, you and I suffer because of it. So, there's a potential for that to cause power outages also. Not to mention, one more thing to add to that. I know I said I was going to let you guys go. You got to remember, this war that we're facing, I think there's going to be 3 steps to this war, guys. It's going to be cyber warfare. It's going to be electromagnetic pulse, all of which could shut down our power grids, guys, and water supplies. And then there's going to be nuclear war. All 3 are going to destroy the power grid and shut down our water and gas supplies, natural gas to our homes. So please be ready, guys. With that being said, I'm finally done rambling. Y'all have a good day. Please do me a huge favor, like, share, subscribe. Try to get these numbers up for me, guys. We're getting there, but slowly but surely. Share this around to all your friends. Let me know if these are decent little tips and tricks. Yeah, that's all I got today, guys. With that being said, I love y'all. Again, please like, share, subscribe, share it around. You guys keep your heads on a swivel. Stay safe, stay warm out there. Love y'all. Till next time, Michigan Prepared out.